welcome to the New South Wales Waratahs. Firstly, can you just explain how the arrangement came with New South Wales Waratahs Women to join the team?
Yeah, it just sort of came over. Mike was in at the Swans AFLW program probably 6 months ago, just sharing some IP and seeing how we do things across at the Sydney Swans AFLW program, and we just sort of got chatting around my role there and some of my other roles around some other sporting teams in and around the Sydney area, and the opportunity come up to join the Waratahs Women, and I jumped at it. I'm really looking forward to it.
What's been the specific brief or remit for this position?
Make as many people be able to kick the footy as possible. It's a skill that over 3 codes AFLW, it's obviously really important to be able to kick the footy, and then through league and union, it's just another skill acquisition piece that if teams can have that, it's a little bit of advantage. And sort of having a background in the 3 codes, growing up in Sydney, playing not as much union as I did AFL and league, but having a bit of an idea to be able to bring that the key components of kicking over is probably my main thing.
What about the nuances of the AFL kick as per a rugby union kick? What are the differences and how does the skill set transfer?
Yeah, look, there's some basic fundamentals that are transferable across the 2 codes. There's differences in terms of the shape of the football, how that needs to contact your foot, and obviously some technical parts of the game that are different, and kicking the ball at different heights and speeds. But I'm keen to learn about that. But yeah, my main thing at the moment is to get the girls kicking and kicking well.
Can a player become a good athlete of a good kicking game, or are they born a kicker?
No, you can. There's some naturals. There's some absolute naturals that as a kicking coach you're more than happy to see in the team. You're like, oh yeah, they can kick a footy. But probably the most important thing is everyone kicks a ball individually. As a coach coming in, you don't want to try and make everyone kick the same way. It's looking at each athlete, understanding their body shape, their type, their skill set, and then working out, okay, what are the best ways to make them kick efficiently for their position.
Obviously, during your playing days with the Sydney Swans, you're so focused on the game itself and your position and the championship you're competing in. But did you follow rugby union at all?
Yeah, I did. I took a keen interest in it in my playing days. I actually grew up in Sydney, down in the Sutherland Shire, so there'd be many Sundays where I would go down and watch Southern Districts at Foreshore Oval, just on an off day to get away from the AFL. I did take an interest as well in Super Rugby during it, because sometimes you just get so consumed with your own sport, you're looking for an outlet, and that's probably an advantage that I did have growing up in Sydney, that I was able to have 2 other codes, football codes that I could connect into. So no, I did have a fair interest in rugby union before putting on the Waratahs jersey.
And if you were able to wind the clock back again and replay your sporting career, on the assumption as a rugby fan that you may choose rugby union instead of AFL, but what position do you think you would play best? 10.
I'd be 10. I'd like to be able to get the ball in my hand as much as I can, have an option to pass it and kick it. I could sit under a high ball, but no, I'd like to be up the front and steering the team around. So I reckon I'd be 10.
And just lastly, with the New South Wales Waratahs women's squad they've got here, what do you feel about the squad that's been selected and what the potential is?
No, it was good. First session last week, and we had a wide variety of kickers, a good number of kickers, and different positions. And it's important that we can spread the load around. Don't be too predictable to an opposition, and have as many people out there with as many weapons as we can get. So, no, I was really excited with our first session, and looking forward to building that through the pre-season.
Well, Nick, thanks very much for your time, and we really look forward to seeing you produce your magic and the team to also convert that into championship points.
No, absolutely, looking forward to it.